Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Warp Speed with Cupcake and the Monster. And we do have a special guest. Allow me to bring to the stage Charles.
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome, brother. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited to talk about whatever we're going to talk about.
First Contact.
Yeah.
Well,
First Contact.
you said you liked First Contact, right?
Oh, it's more than like it. It's my favorite Next Generation Star Trek movie. I love that movie.
Were you a fan of the TV show?
Never seen it actually.
You've never seen the TV show?
Yeah. My introduction to my entrance into Star Trek was actually the TNG movies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But my first Star Trek TV show was actually Star Trek Enterprise with Scott Bakula.
Okay.
And I kind of watched that when it was on the TV, and I'd watch it when I was doing other things, like doing chores around the house kind of thing. Like it was on. And I would I would
Huh?
turn my head, say oh, that's cool, or hey, that's cool, and whatever. But the first Star Trek show that I would watch, actually lay down or sit down and watch it from start to finish, was Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and I was hooked. Deep Space Nine is my absolute favorite Star Trek show. I love Deep Space Nine. Cisco is the best captain, even though he didn't get promoted to the position of captain until season 4.
Yeah, wasn't he just like a commander or something?
Yeah, he was a commander for the first 3 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was a casual fan of Star Trek and Star Trek Next Generation. I liked Star Trek, the original series. You know, I kind of, I enjoyed it. I was more of a Star Wars fan, and that's where the difference came in.
Same here. I was a big Star Wars fan ever since I was a kid. I had the action figures. I love the movies, watched them from start to finish several times. I had T-shirts, I had action figures, I had several novels and books that I read. I was a big fan of the Star Wars expanded universe, where they did the world building outside of the movies. I really like that. But in recent years, when Disney took over with Star Wars, kind of my interest in Star Wars has kind of waned.
So, yeah, can I ask how old you are?
I am 39.
Oh, okay, all right. So you're about 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a freshman in high school, that or 8th grade when the first Star Wars book, Heir to the Empire, or Dark. Yeah. It's either Heir to the Empire or Dark Force Rising.
I don't remember.
Yeah, by Timothy Zahn.
Yeah,
and I finished the first one, and I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world because he was just adding, the thing that got me was Chewbacca was climbing a tree and he had retractable claws that he could. I was like, what the fuck is this? So I gave up on the books after that. I gave up because I was like, no, Chewbacca doesn't have claws. Wookiees don't. George Lucas did not give Wookiees claws. So,
well, I always thought that the claws that they had, they specifically used them as tools. They didn't use them as weapons. but that was explained in one of the Star Wars video games. I think it was Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you go to the Wookiee homeworld and they explain that. They say that they have claws, but they use them exclusively as tools, not weapons.
Right on.
So
well, as far as the Plinkt reviews, Mike Stoklasa, he is the founder and head of Red Letter Media.
Okay.
He and Rich Evans are, that's their favorite show is Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah.
And he does not like the next gen. He likes the original series movies, but he does not like the Next Generation movies at all. So
I mean,
that's
I will say that not all of them are great. First Contact, I would say, is the best out of all of them. Insurrection, definitely one of the weaker ones, along with Nemesis. But I would say Generations is also pretty good. But biggest criticism with Generations is that is the movie where they spoiler alert, everybody, that is the movie where they kill off Captain Kirk.
yeah. And I mean, all Picard had to do was say, "Hey, I've got the body of James T. Kirk. Beam us both up," instead of burying him under rocks.
Yeah. Which I thought was kind of dumb. I mean, a lot of people don't like Generations because that's what happens. They kill Captain Kirk in that movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought the movie was cool. Yeah, but I still say First Contact is the best one. Insurrection, the only saving grace in that movie is really a scene where it's a heart to heart between Picard and Geordi, where Geordi has his eyes regenerate because of the radiation on the planet, and he's able to see with his eyes. And he says something across the line saying that it's I could never see the sunrise the way you can because of my implants, but now I can, kind of thing. And I always thought that conversation he had with
Was
Picard,
so touching. Oh,
I thought
yeah.
it was impactful. I thought it was an impactful moment between the two of them. But beyond that,
Impactfully gay.
yeah, sure. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, Geordi had been blind the whole time that we knew him, and I don't know. I thought it was nice. I did. I thought it was nice. Oh, and the score, the musical score of the movie, I thought was really well done. But everything else about the movie was, it was, how do I, that hand gesture was whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that the one with Tom Hardy in it?
No,
Yes.
that's Nemesis.
Nemesis?
I'm talking about Insurrection.
Insurrection is the one with F. Murray Abrams, right? Where they
which I thought that whole twist at the end where the Sona and the Baku were basically the same people, I was like,
right.
Wow, that's lazy.
Yeah, and they stole that plot from a scene in I think it was Brazil, the movie Brazil. Where they're stretching their faces. Yeah, it's gosh.
I never saw the movie Brazil, but it's just I thought that whole reveal at the end of the movie was kind of dumb. Yeah, so whatever. But Nemesis, the only thing that I thought was kind of cool was, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, the battle, the fight between the Scimitar and the Enterprise. I mean, that was the only thing that I thought was cool. Everything else was just stupid. It's just, I mean, when I saw the trailer for Nemesis, I legitimately thought that Tom Hardy's character was a younger version of Picard from a mirror universe. I did. I thought that's who he was. And then when I saw the movie and it was revealed that he was a clone, I was like, oh, come on. Really?
Right.
Man. And then it turns out that he was a clone that was created by the Romulans. And I was like, this could be maybe, but I mean, it was nice to see. I was like, oh, I know that guy. That's the guy from Inception. The guy from Inception. Oh, and he played Bane in The Dark Knight Rises.
Right. I think that was his first movie as well.
I don't know. I mean, I can look it up later, but yeah. But no, it's just, yeah. And then the opening scene of Nemesis in the Romulan Senate, where what is it? Senator Talora, I think was her name, where she did the Thalaron radiation weapon, which killed the entire Senate. That scene was cool, where they all like turned to stone, basically.
Yeah.
That was cool. I thought that scene was really well done, but everything else in the movie was just like, eh. Oh, and they killed off Data. Spoiler alert.
Right.
Yeah.
According to Google, Black Hawk Down was Tom Hardy's first movie.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was
2001.
in that.
He must have been a kid in that movie.
He looks childish. He looks kiddish.
Yeah.
He looks
Yeah.
really young.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was in that.
Yeah, like Christian Bale's first movie was that
Empire of the Sun, I think?
Empire of the Sun. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
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 And then, according to this, his big break was Christopher Nolan's Inception.
Yeah.
So that's what made
yeah.
him a
I
star.
remember he was in. Yeah, he was in that. He was like one of the people that like entered the dream world in that movie.
I got
But,
this stupid sunbeam on my face, and I don't like it.
Yeah. But no, it's just I mean, I do know that in Nemesis, when they killed off Data, I know that whole plot point was Brent Spiner's idea, because I remember him saying, at least I think it was him that said it, that he felt that he would not be able to play Data forever because it wouldn't make sense for an android to get older. So they would have to
Right.
kill him off eventually anyway.
Yeah, because he looked horrible in Picard.
Yeah, which when they brought him back as Data in Picard, I was like, well, then what was the whole point of Nemesis?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hated Picard.
All right, seasons 1 and 2 of Picard,
Oh, horseshit.
they sucked, but season 3 was actually pretty good.
See, that's what I heard, and I didn't give season 3 a chance because of season 1 and 2.
Look, I mean, I completely understand that, and what upsets me the most about season 3, and I said this, I think I might have said this to Lou, and I definitely said this to the other guys. It's just, I was like, okay, why wait until the final season to make it good? Because now it's over. I mean,
Right.
you could have done this from the beginning and have a good 3 seasons. But
Yeah.
now it's over. So what's the whole goddamn point?
It was.
Yeah.
Season 1 truly sucked. Season 2 was.
Season 2 was
Oh.
worse than season 1.
Nah.
No.
I don't think it was worse than season 1. No.
10 Forward Street? Really? And
Okay, I'm not big on the name.
That's why the bar on the Enterprise was called 10 Forward? No! Because it was the forward cabin on deck 10. That's why it's called 10 Forward.
Oh, that's when it gets real nerdy for you guys. So that was that big of a Star Trek person.
Oh my god! I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. Berman Trek is best Trek. Yeah. Berman Trek is best Trek. I mean, I know Berman was an asshole, but I mean, he created the best Trek.
You're going to love these reviews. He hates Rick Berman. So let's get into it, baby.
Oh, good. These are only 10-minute videos.
Yeah, there's only 4 of them, so.
Yeah.
Star Trek First Contact is the 3,967th worst film ever made. By no stretch of the imagination is it anywhere near as bad as Generations, which ranks in...
We're off to a great start.
at number 1, with Baby Geniuses in a close second. Now you ask yourself, how? I mean, it can't be that bad. It's got action, it's got the Borg, it's got explosions, and they even walk around on the outside of the ship, and Worf cuts a Borg's arm off with a sword. And what's also awesome is that it doesn't have a cartoon chipmunk or a little kid. But I'll tell you why I hate it. It's because it's a dumbed-down, dumb action movie, and it lacks a really good, complicated story, like a lot of the TNG episodes had. Heck, I would have taken any two-parter TNG episode over this piece of shit. But basically what I'm trying to say is...
Over this piece of shit.
Are you in yet, Charles?
Yeah, I'm in.
that it's like a less than stellar Borg movie. I mean, you can't ever outdo the best of both worlds. Now that would have made for an epic fucking movie. You see, the thing is, they couldn't have done the same kind of story in the best of both worlds because everyone would have just compared it to that, like the Borg invading the Federation kind of thing. But that's the exciting stuff. So instead, they had to do this like weird time travel plot. But they still wanted to have a scene where the Borg invaded Earth, so they put that in the beginning, even though it made no sense. I'll explain later. Oh wait, I'll explain now.
Shit, Puppet.
What?
Puppet. This just in. Time travel again.
I still gotta fucking give you access so you can bring up the chats while I'm doing the videos.
The entire plot doesn't make any sense. Time travel plots are hard to do. I wish I could travel back in time and plot my wife's death differently. Maybe in a way that didn't destroy my Cadillac.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jesus.
This movie ain't no exception. I would think that if the Borg had some kind of magical device that could open a time travel portal, that would be like the most devastating thing ever. But I guess the Borg ain't too smart because they really blew their one chance with that awesome advantage. So the big plot hole here is, why did the Borg have to fight their way to Earth in order to open the time portal there? Why didn't they just go in some remote part of the galaxy, open the time portal there, and then go to Earth in the past, when there wasn't a gigantic fleet of starships waiting to fire phasers at them? Then they could have just went right up to Earth completely unopposed. I don't think the International Space Station would have been up for the challenge. In fact, the ultimate goal was...
He's like, he has a point there.
Wow.
He does have a point there.
Holy shit. Earth would have been defenseless.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a new method of assimilation.
Attack the Earth in the past to assimilate the future. That's what they came here to do. Stop first contact. Attack the Earth in the past to assimilate the future. That's what they came here to do. Stop first contact.
Why didn't they just go back to like 1950?
Oh shit, that guy's in this movie.
Oh, God.
Why did they want to blow up the Phoenix ship? I mean, it's not like they were just trying to prevent Starfleet from forming. They were doing this new method of assimilation, right? So what was their goal? Was the whole time travel plot really just so that the Queen could get Data as her mate? Or was she just bored and thought that up in the meantime? Was she looking for a mate from the beginning? Or did she just see the opportunity while they were working on the whole assimilate Earth's past thing? Is she a multitasker? I know she's a multi-dimensional tasker.
You think in such three-dimensional terms.
I don't understand. Number 2. Why is Picard uninvited to the Borg battle? Suddenly, years after dealing with the Borg on multiple occasions without any notable incidents that might question Picard's judgment, he's inexplicably banned from joining the other ships firing phasers at the Borg cube.
Let's just say that Starfleet has every confidence in the Enterprise and her crew. They're just not sure about her captain. They believe that a man who was once captured and assimilated by the Borg should not be put in a situation where he would face them again.
You'll take command of Task Force 3, consisting of the Enterprise, the Crazy Horse, and the Agamemnon.
Understood.
Even that bitch, Admiral Nechayev, well, she trusted Picard enough to lead a task force that was fighting the Borg that were attacking colonies.
To do so would introduce an unstable element to a critical situation.
However, this unstable element, well, he knew exactly where to shoot phasers at to blow the Borg ship up.
Target all of your weapons onto the following coordinates.
Maybe he should have told them that before the battle started. He could have saved like tens of thousands of lives. Okay, everybody. Everybody all fire in the same spot. That's the trick. Don't shoot it all over the place, but fire in the same spot. Number 3. Deep Space Nine sends the B team to defend Earth. So the Defiant was actually designed to fight off Borg attacks. That was its primary function.
It was designed for one purpose only.
There's your
to
boy.
fight and defeat the Borg. The Defiant was the prototype, the first ship in what would have been a new Federation battlefield.
So when the moment finally comes to fight off a fucking Borg invasion, the Defiant shows up with nothing less than the B team. It's just Worf in command, with a handful of rookies. And that guy. Who is that guy? No Cisco, no Bashir, no Kira, no Dax, no Odo, not even Miles O'Brien. I guess they all had better
Oh yeah,
things to
Miles
do,
gets shafted
like play
again.
darts, play baseball, sit around in bathing suits, hang themselves from balconies. Number 4, the Defiant gets special.
All I
preference.
hear is
So the
JT.
Enterprise is
What?
Bo says, all I hear is JT.
For sure. Oh my god, I didn't yes, that's it. Oh, that's totally JT, boss.
rise at the battle, and with hundreds of ships exploding all around them, for some reason they single out the Defiant.
The Defiant's losing life support. Bridge to transporter room 3. Beam the Defiant survivors aboard.
How'd they even do that without lowering their shields? When you're neck and neck with a Borg cube, you don't turn your shields off. Would Picard really risk the safety of the entire Enterprise crew to beam up Worf? Number 5, sloppy writing and vague assumptions. So Picard is now able to hear the Borgs talking inside his brain.
I can hear them.
So he has an instinct where to tell the fleet to fire all their weapons at.
Target all of your weapons onto the following coordinates.
So they all do this and the ship blows up. Then Worf comes up to the bridge to say hi. Oh, everyone's happy to see him. Riker even has time for a quick joke.
You do remember how to fire phasers.
Then Worf asks about his ship.
The Defiant. Adrift but salvageable.
How does Picard magically know the status of the Defiant? I didn't see him look at a control panel or even ask anybody. In fact, the Defiant was
look out a
actually right
damn
next to the
window.
Borg cube when it exploded. So how does Picard know it's adrift and even salvageable? Was he just saying that so Worf felt better? And why would Worf even care about a ship? Moments earlier, he was prepared to fucking ram the thing into the Borg cube, killing himself and everyone else aboard.
Prepare for ramming speed!
But now all of a sudden he's like,
The Defiant.
you mean the ship you were just planning to ram into the Borg cube and blow up? Yeah, it's fine. It's salvageable. Number 6.
Ronnie Munn, that is Whedon. Be a guy. Be a nice boy.
Yes, that's Whedon. He's
part of the Space Donkeys.
well, thank you, Donna. Look at you, the lovely Donna. Only second to the loveliness of.
Oh, we're not doing this again. No.
Yes,
You
Charles.
only get my sexiness once.
Yes. Lou is the eye candy of Cupcakes Corner. Just so you know.
Picard tells the computer to make them close. Before getting into the turbolift, Picard barks out an order at the computer, which lacks many pieces of important information.
Computer, mid-21st century civilian clothing. Number 1, you have the bridge.
If I were the computer, I'd be like, what? Clothes? Who said that? Where do you want it at? I could replicate y'all some clothes, but where are you going to pick it up at? What size are you? For how many people? Well, do you need shoes too? Who said that? Number 7, violating the temporal prime directive. So if you're trying to preserve a timeline, Even taking the effort to wear period clothing, then why would you bring along Data on the initial survey? Data's an albino man made of plastic that sticks out like a sore thumb. And then why would he jump down 100 feet in front of some black woman with a machine gun and allow himself to get shot right in front of her?
Greetings.
If she had a phaser, he wouldn't have done that. He would have done the whole duck and cover thing, because the phaser would have knocked him on his ass, right?
Are you all right?
The arrow impacted just above my 6th intercostal support, penetrating my secondary subprocessor. Fortunately, none of my biofunctions seem affected.
I guess a machine gun has no effect on a cybernetic life form then. Oh wait, it does.
Ronnie, I don't know how Spider's doing, to be honest with you. Guess he's working hard.
Oh, there she is again.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
I don't know. Call him. Black
Part
woman with
2.
machine gun. Are they in
Number 8.
Chicago?
More blatant timeline altering violation. So even though the Phoenix shows no signs of damage, I guess it's damaged. Picard tells Geordi to bring down the entire engineering staff. Again, they all take the effort of wearing period clothing, but they tell everyone about the future.
It is one of the pivotal moments in human history, Doctor.
Poverty, disease, war, they'll all be gone.
yeah, this was a big point of contention. Like, they are absolutely breaking the Prime Directive here. Like, this is like when this part happened, they're like, "What the fuck are you telling this guy?"
Yeah. I did think that was weird. It's like, I mean, like, what are you doing? This is Zephram Cochrane, who is the guy who discovers warp technology, and you're telling him what that leads to. You are violating the very rules that you put in place, you idiots. It's just like,
Well, wasn't he trying to not do the mission? If I remember correctly with the movie.
He didn't believe in himself. That was, I believe, that was the main crux of Cochrane's issue.
Like, I think what was going on was that he was trying to get out of it because he was basically a drunk.
Yeah.
Like, I think also his original intention is that he wasn't in it for like the advancement of like human knowledge. He was in it for only one reason: money.
Yeah.
He wanted to get paid.
Who doesn't want to get paid?
Well, yeah, but it's just like everybody from the future was like had this whole like memory of like this whole understanding of who Zephram Cochrane was, that he only did it because he wanted to advance human knowledge and to lead to a new age of like human prosperity, and that was all complete bullshit. Like, the reality was vastly different.
If your name was Cochrane, you'd lack the confidence to...
Exactly, Zephram
Cochrane. Yeah. His name is very unfortunate.
Right.
It is. I'm sure he was bullied as a child.
That's because it hasn't been invented yet.
What? We all grew up hearing about what you did here. So you get to make first contact with an alien race.
Because at 11 o'clock, an alien ship will begin passing through this solar system.
And somehow Troy is now qualified to be the mission control operator.
Final launch sequence checks are complete.
Seriously.
Everyone's probably like, who's this chick?
She's
what happened
the
to
ship
Zephram
counselor.
Cochrane's original co-pilots? Did both of them die? I mean, it looks like he built the ship with 3 seats. So when history asks, who are your co-pilots? What were their names? Where are they? Is he going to lie? Then when they asked to talk to the co-pilots, where was he going to show them these guys over here? It's these guys in the bar.
Oh, shit.
Specific questions.
Yeah, I thought that was
Start building a statue. I guess the Borg attack must have killed everyone involved in the Phoenix project, except for Cochrane and Lily. So if you were one of the people that survived, You'd be like, who are all these weird people all of a sudden helping us launch the rocket up? I'm going to tell my grandkids about this. And they're going to tell their friends at school, and it's going to fuck everything up. Number 9, A Tale of Two Picards. The problem with the TNG movies, and this one in particular, is that there are 2 Picards. There's the TV show Picard, who's this enlightened intellectual. He only uses violence as a last resort, and he always follows his conscience and a strict code of ethics.
I don't have time for this. But I'm also bound by my oath and my conscience to uphold certain principles.
But then in the movies, Picard's a crazed, violent psychopath.
Mr. Worf, destroy that thing. Time's up.
Could it be
We're not hunters,
that since he was assimilated, he unleashed his violent side?
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
Thank you, guys. No, it's because even in the show, after he was assimilated, he still was one of the guys that knew how to deal with the Borg. So
okay. Then I have a theory.
Luke says PTSD.
I have a theory. Poor
Picard took some
writing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He decided to stop being French.
Yeah, it's basically he got handed to a bunch of bullshit writers. It's just
right.
Like, oh my god. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't think the writers of the TV show had anything to do with the movies.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure the fucking people who did the movies didn't look back at the TV shows.
They did not. They did not at all.
Oh god, it's kind of like how Lucasfilms is moving forward.
Lucasfilm. Oh my gosh.
I will make them pay for what they've done. Reprogram the torpedoes, Mr. Worf.
What are you going to say?
I was just going to say, like, look, I love First Contact, but watching this video, making me see all the flaws of the movie, I'm like, son of a bitch, it actually is a bad movie.
Let's hope we don't have to use them.
And this is what happens when you watch the Plinkt reviews.
Yes.
Have we become so fearful? Have we become so cowardly that we must extinguish a man because he carries the blood of a current enemy?
You see, on the show, Picard had a chance to unleash a deadly virus into the Borg, wiping them out once and for all. But he didn't. You realize that the Borgs were a species, and they had a right to exist just like everybody else. He knew better than to commit genocide.
You found a single Borg at a crash site, brought it aboard the Enterprise, studied it, analyzed it, and eventually found a way to send it back to the Borg with a program that would have destroyed the entire collective once and for all. But instead, you nursed the Borg back to health, treated it like a guest, gave it a name, and then sent it home.
Now keep in mind, this whole story came after Picard was abducted by the Borgs.
See, Lou?
And they still didn't want to kill them all.
I will make them pay for what they've done.
Then there was this other time, right, where Picard was against killing the crystalline entity, a giant crystal creature that basically ate life by the planet load.
That was a good episode.
What the fuck was that?
We can possibly have.
Huh?
The fuck was that?
It was just this crystal thing that was a being, was a life form, and it ate like Galactus. It ate planets.
So that wasn't one of the 23 episodes of fucking TNG?
Yeah. No, the crystalline entity. Yeah, that was in. I can't remember the name of the title of the episode.
And then Nimrod, you want 23 fucking episodes? No, you get dumb shit like that.
Nimrod, you have to fight with Plinkt like I did.
Man, I need to go back and watch Next Generation. I am missing too much.
Yeah.
Avoid firing on it. Then I would hope.
Aren't you going to kill it?
You think like, hey, that's crazy. This thing's sucking the life off of planets. We should just shoot it.
I would argue that the crystalline entity has as much right to be here as we do.
Off what? You'll kill me?
He regarded this thing as a life form that was just
No,
doing
I'll
what it
bang
was
you.
supposed to do.
So long as we are in no danger, I will make every effort to communicate.
What?
I don't deny that it may be necessary to fire on it, but I look on that as a last resort.
What?
He's quick to react, quick to do dumb action things, and he always violates orders on a whim.
I'm about to commit a direct violation of our orders.
Oh,
I think he does it in every movie.
What was that, Charles?
Oh no, I'm just coming to the realization that First Contact actually is a bad movie. Son of a bitch.
In fact, Picard's orders get
My whole
violated
world
more
fell
often
apart.
than Counselor Troy.
It was a violation.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, I fucking hated that scene.
And there is a big
I
difference
hated
between
that
data
scene in
and a tool.
Nemesis.
Yeah.
Doctor, there is a big difference between you and a virus.
I guess Kirk established a precedent that if you disobey orders and save Earth, then schools are superiors. They'll even applaud you. But you better be sure you save Earth, because if you don't, then you'll get a court-martial. Military orders are flexible, I guess. Again, just like Counselor Troy.
You're unusually limber this morning.
She certainly is limber. Oh, that's right, honey pie, work that.
Yeah.
But one thing military orders aren't is still sexy after 45. Number 10, Borg and doors. The Borg seemingly had no problem beaming over to the Enterprise during the split second when the shields were down and transforming half the ship into Borg stuff by making materials out of thin air. But the Borg seemed to have a problem just opening doors. Now in this scene, the Borg bang on the doors to sickbay. Dr. Crusher must have had the doors locked, I guess. But anyway, so it takes the Borg 30 minutes to pound through the door. Wouldn't it just have opened when they walked up to it? However, in another scene, when Picard intentionally locks the door to slow them down a little, the Borg figure out how to open it pretty fast by sticking their fingers in the crack. They skipped the whole pounding on it with their fists stage. I guess they adapted.
They evolved.
So the Borg are both technically advanced cybernetic creatures that probably could have overridden the door controls really easily. But at the same time, they're also mindless Frankenstein-like zombies. I guess they're whatever the plot needs them to be. Number 11. Quick one-line cover-ups. There's a lot of moments in this movie where major flaws are covered up by one quick line of explanation.
The moon's gravitational field obscured our warp signature. The Vulcans did not detect us.
So you'd be like, oh, okay. But then you think about it for a second and you'd be like, huh? Wait, what?
Report. The moon's gravitational field obscured our warp signature. The Vulcans did not detect us.
Wait. The moon's gravitational field, like projected all the way to Earth? That disrupts the Vulcan sensors? Since when? Well, lots of planets have moons. So when the Phoenix jumped to warp speed, that's when the Vulcans scanned and detected the Phoenix, right? So they probably would have started heading over to Earth at that point, running their little scanners the whole time. During that time was when Picard and Data were on the Enterprise trying to kill the Borg Queen, and all sorts of crazy shit was going on. Gas, Borgs. So what, they didn't detect the Enterprise floating around up there because of the moon's gravitational field? Like what causes tides? But what about all those escape pods that were on Earth? At some point you had to go and retrieve all of them and put them back on the ship before you left, right? So the Vulcans didn't notice any of that shit going on?
The moon's gravitational field obscured our warp signature.
Whatever. So Picard quickly rolls out.
What?
Just, wow. This movie sucked.
Oh my god.
The EMH is an underrated character. Roberto Picard adds just the right amount of smugness.
Robert Picardo. He was
Robert Picardo.
He was actually one of the I actually enjoyed him on Voyager.
Yeah.
He was one of the better. He was one of the better characters on Voyager.
Yeah, I was also a fan of Neelix as well. I like Neelix.
Oh,
I like when Tuvok when Tuvok and Neelix became Tuvix, and they had
that episode was rough to get through.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool concept.
Yeah, but then just like at the end of the episode where they finally decided to like separate the two, and Tuvix was trying to plead his case.
Yeah,
and he was basically screaming, saying like, "This is murder! Like you can't do this to me!" And I was like, "Damn, man, it's just like I don't know who to side with."
Right. No, that was a great episode. I mean, it was conceptually a really good episode.
Yeah, it really was.
Picard with the Tommy gun. What's the hate?
I mean, that is a fair point, because him like taking the Tommy gun and shooting those two Borg in the holodeck, that was a very good scene. Like it was shot very well and the action was cool, but it was also against his character. Like Picard would not do something like that.
Right. That was the difference between the original series and Next Generation. Picard was a diplomat. He didn't. He wasn't shoot first and ask questions later.
Yeah.
The idea of getting on a shuttlecraft to help clean the Borg off the deflector dish. They could have sucked them off with tractor beams or something.
We can't get to deflector control or a shuttlecraft.
But in the previous scene, the other dude said,
"It looks like the control deck's 26 up to 11. But when they took deck 11, they just stopped."
He said the Borg stopped on deck 11.
What is on deck 11?
Hydroponics, stellar cartography, deflector control, no vital system.
They would not have stopped there unless it gave them a tactical advantage.
They were doing their thing to set the deflector dish up, so they didn't bother going anywhere further up the ship. And so that's when Picard's like,
"We can't get to deflector control or a shuttlecraft."
"But the main shuttle bay looks like it's on the top of the ship. From the best I can tell doing my research, it looks like it's around decks 5 and 6. So how come they can't get to a shuttlecraft?"
Well, if we set our phasers to full power,
No, there's a risk that we hit the dish. It's charged with antiprotons. We could destroy half the ship.
What?
No, there's a risk that we hit the dish. It's charged with antiprotons. We could destroy half the ship.
Captain, I've reconfigured our warp field to match the chronometric readings of the Borg sphere.
Recreate the vortex, Commander.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, just whatever.
Picard was shoot fifth.
What?
Nimrod. Picard was shoot fifth.
Come here, fam.
Yes, he was shoot fifth.
Picard's lack of concern for his crew members. What?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Unmute.
Twice before serving under him. On the show, you got a pretty good chance of living. Sure, you might get stuck in the floor, or maybe get shot in the belly. You could get killed by Nagilum. Or you could get killed by a tar monster. But in most situations, Picard was highly upset at the loss of even a single crew member.
We cannot allow you to do that.
As any normal captain would be.
It's Cardiff.
We will fight you.
In the movies, he's reckless to a level of being completely out of character. Almost half of his crew die in every movie. Let's take a look at First Contact. Here, Picard says,
They encounter Enterprise crew members who've already been assimilated. Don't hesitate to fire. Believe me, you'll be doing them a favor.
Okay. Wasn't Picard rescued from being a Borg and then completely rehabilitated? Same with that guy they call Hugh. Or what about...
Yes, Charles?
Oh man, I cannot believe I never noticed this shit before, and I saw Voyager. Seven of Nine was literally liberated she's a liberated Borg. Come on. What the
7 of
fuck,
9.
Picard?
Or them little kid Borgs on Voyager. Or those 3 Borgs from 7 of 9's Unitard. Or those other Borgs that Chakotay found. So it's pretty obvious that after you've been assimilated, you can still go back. But Picard actually kills some guy halfway through being converted. I mean, give him a chance.
This was Ensign Lynch.
See, this ain't the same Picard from the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Picard unveils his brilliant plan, which is more reckless than trying to off your wife in a dangerous car accident. Not that I would do such a thing. So he tells his crew that
I believe our goal should be to puncture one of the plasma coolant tanks.
Plasma coolant will liquefy organic material on contact.
Sir, excuse me, I have some questions. So you don't want us to fire in engineering to avoid hitting the warp core? Okay, that makes sense. But you want us to shoot at the smaller, harder to hit part that's right next to it?
The problem is, if we begin firing particle weapons in engineering, there's a risk that we may hit the warp core. I believe our goal should be to puncture one of the plasma coolant tanks.
Oh,
Wow.
puncture it. Okay.
Jesus Christ, the writing is horrible.
No.
Skull. I think the holodeck scene actually fits the idea that being assimilated changed him in a fundamental way. He had to do to those 2 drones what the Borg did to him. And then you've got Nimrod saying, Dr. Crusher.
Yeah, Dr. Crusher. I'd like to crush her. Yeah, fuck it. And Skull, they do talk about that holodeck scene.
But it seems like it's highly pressurized. Oh my god. Do you have like a 30-foot long pole I could borrow? Because I don't want to stand right next to it. I mean, I don't want to be the guy that's got to puncture it.
Oh, you're okay to die. You're no one.
They are
Let
what
Sanchez
they
do
call
it.
red shirts in Next
Yeah.
Generation. Even though they're not red shirts anymore, they are now gold shirts.
Yeah, he's in engineering. You can tell by his gold.
Yep.
Or McGillicuddy. I'll be in the back supervising.
Plasma coolant will liquefy organic material on contact.
Wait, sir? Sir, another question. Why is this part of the engine that contains the flesh-melting gas even puncturable? Shouldn't it be made of, like, solid titanium? Why are there clear windows on this tube? What if the new guy, like, accidentally hit it with a forklift? Jesus H. Christ, the holodeck scene doesn't make any sense.
There you go,
To add
Skull.
variety to the movie's visuals, Picard and Lily go into the holodeck to capture a thing inside a Borg's gut that tells them what they're doing. Now, in past episodes, it's been established that if you want to play games on the holodeck, you get dressed up in a costume before you go in. It's happened more times than I can remember. But when Picard and Lily go into the holodeck, the computer puts clothes on them.
Perhaps something in satin?
I highly doubt that Picard had a suit and a dress there waiting for them, and I don't think they took time to change. So if holographic clothes are projected onto them, wouldn't it be on top of their regular clothes? But we see Lily's arm and her titty cleavage. Is that holographically projected cleavage? But then their faces are their own faces, right? So shouldn't their bodies look like this? They should have little heads and big bodies. Unless they have holographic faces on top of their regular faces that somehow mimic their face movement. Listen, I'm going to go heat up some pizza rolls. Does anybody want any? Email me if you want a pizza roll. Post a comment on this website if you want a pizza roll, and I'll send you one in the mail. Pizza rolls, pizza rolls, pizza roll. Number 14.
Pizza rolls are a big staple of Mr. Plinkett's diet.
What the fuck was
You want a pizza roll?
You want a pizza roll?
No, I don't want a pizza roll.
Room with a view. So when Lily has a phaser pointed at Picard, he leads her into a little room somewhere on the ship. Now, after careful analysis of this scene by a team of engineers, we've concluded that this room and this window serve no particular function. Please bear with me while I elaborate. Number 1, the only way to access this room is to crawl through a small hole in the wall. They enter the room through a small hole in the wall, but yet when inside the room, there's a control panel and you can stand up. So maybe Picard led her there secretly, because they were already in the Jeffries tube, and he wanted to show her outer space and prove they were aboard a spaceship. But then after they become friends, they go to leave through the same hole in the wall. Why didn't they leave through a normal door? Because they were hiding from the Borg, you say. Wrong, because in the very next scene, they are brazenly walking around the hallways again. So apparently the only way in and out of this room is through a hole in the wall. Sucks to be the guy assigned to work in that room. Bets his knees hurt. Part 2. The window has no logical function. This window makes no sense to me. Apparently it has 2 states of functionality. Closed with the blast door down, and open where it has a force field on.
Force field.
If you really think about it, neither function makes sense or has any
force
use.
field. So if you
Okay,
fall
my
through it, you
niggas,
die.
dig this. If it were just a window and its purpose was just to look out of, then it would be a solid state, transparent aluminum window. I would not feel comfortable working day in and day out next to a force field window. At any moment, the ship could suffer a power failure from any number of reasons. Then my ass gets sucked out into space.
Correction, sir. That's blown out.
That is a highly, highly illogical method of having windows. So now we've established that either state of being of this window makes no sense. So maybe it's a force field thing. Well, what do they use force fields for, you ask? Well, they've got one in the brig, which is obviously meant to be turned on and off to let prisoners in and out. And then you also got a cargo bay. That's a gigantic force field. And obviously the function of that is to let things in and out. Large things. Ships, cargo. It's not a humongous window to simply look out of. So tell me, in a tiny room in the bottom of the ship that you can only access through a hole in the wall, with no other machinery inside or functionality other than one control panel that is there just to open the blast door, what is going in and out of this room? The hole is too small for a cargo bay. What could even fit through that window?
Wow, he is tearing this
4,
shit to
number
shreds.
15.
Right.
It's the ship's garbage disposal.
Right.
Holy fuck.
Bunch of random shit that makes no sense. Shouldn't Lily have known better than to fire a machine gun right next to a rocket filled with explosive fuel? So the Borg's goal was to assimilate the Enterprise and complete their mission, which was assimilating the entire Earth.
Lower your weapons. They'll ignore us till they consider us a threat.
So why at any point would there ever be a moment where the Borg wouldn't consider a bunch of humans with guns a threat, or not try to assimilate them in general? My wife ignored me because she never considered me a threat, but then I put her through the windshield of my caddy. So if these people are still at war with other factions, then why the 50,000 watt floodlights lighting up their campsite? You'd think you'd want to keep a low profile at night. What's the point of the Borg trying to contact the Borg in the Delta Quadrant? They ain't gonna get there for like 70 years. Why don't they just send a message back through time and contact an earlier generation of the Borg and tell them to go do all the hard work? So then Worf suddenly has a purple space bazooka. He fires it at a bunch of stuntmen, and one of them jumps after the explosion. He isn't really propelled by the actual explosion, but more so by himself jumping. Oh wait, this is the wrong movie. The Geordie has new eyeballs.
Yeah, you can tell the movies did not have the same writers as the TV show. Like, by far.
Takes a second or two to zoom all the way in on Dr. Cockwood. And then, bam! He looks right at Riker's face. Whoa, wouldn't he have gotten a bit disoriented there? He forgot to zoom his eyes out. So where did that Borg queen come from? Was she on the sphere? Was it just her top half on the sphere and the Borg had to carry her around until they found a female body with titties that could wear a battle suit?
Did they construct her from scratch because they needed a Borg queen? Well, maybe she popped in there from another dimension just to see how things were going. If she did that, why didn't she then escape to another dimension instead of getting her flesh melted off?
So Dr. Crusher basically had everyone inside the secret escape hatch. But instead of hauling ass out of there, she calls up the EMH to help stall the Borg. However, the time she took explaining to him about how and why he needed to create a diversion ended up being the exact length of time as the diversion itself, thus eliminating the point of the diversion. Please observe.
We see the nature of the medical emergency.
20 Borg are about to break through that door.
According
We
to
need time to get
Starfleet
out of
medical
here.
research,
Create a diversion.
Borg implants can cause severe skin irritation. I'm a doctor, not a doorstop. Perhaps you like
Well, do a dance.
Analgesic
Tell a
cream.
story. I don't care. Just give us a few seconds.
For a doctor, this bitch ain't too smart. Plus, she left a little hatch open. Gee, I wonder where everybody went. So then Worf suddenly has a purple space bazooka. Oh wait, everything that happens in the end makes no sense. First, Picard is ready to leave, but suddenly he forgot about Data when he hears him inside his brain.
Captain.
Shouldn't Picard have been aware of the presence of a Borg queen at this point?
You're not leaving, are you?
So Picard doesn't know there's a Borg queen yet, or he doesn't even know what happened to Data. As far as he knows, at this point, Data could be a full-fledged Borg.
Go and find your friend.
Picard has no weapon or anything like that, and he just walks into the engineering section, apparently without any kind of plan. Okay, so then he meets the Borg queen, and then we get the idea that she has no real plan either. Neither does Data. Data is just standing there. Data has no idea that Picard was just about to walk right into the engine room, even if he did call to him. As far as Data knows, Picard could have been assimilated by the Borg, or Picard could have died. So all three characters are thrust into a scene where none of them have any plan to resolve the situation. So while the self-destruct is counting down, the Queen is hanging out behind a wall, and Data is sleeping standing up. I guess it's a good thing Picard showed up, because the ship would have just blown up then. So to pass the time, they all decide to pointlessly fuck around with each other.
Are you offering yourself to us?
Offering myself.
The Queen reveals that, although she thinks the Borg are a superior life form, she still needs a flawed human, someone to talk to, someone who's an individual who could be her soulmate.
You wanted more than just another Borg drone. You wanted a human being with a mind of his own who could bridge the gulf between humanity and the Borg. You wanted a counterpart.
For no reason, she tells Picard that she wants him to be Locutus again. She doesn't really believe that, but that's what she tells him for no reason.
We will add your distinctiveness to our own. Welcome home, Locutus.
Picard agrees to be Locutus again in order to save Data's life.
Let Data go, and I will take my place at your side.
This is one of the reasons in Picard where it was, Picard and Data were such good friends. This was one of the pivotal moments. See, Picard was gonna sacrifice himself so he could save Data because they were such good friends. No, Data, Picard. Yeah, Data to Picard was like the droids in Star Wars. Like just a
Roger,
machine.
Roger.
Yeah.
So Nimrod says, Star Trek, great shows, terrible movies. Other than Star Trek 2 and the new ones.
Yeah. I did like the original. I did like the original series movies. The one with the whales, that one was good. I did like Search for Spock. I actually liked them all, actually.
The New Frontier.
So I suspect that he was fucking with her too. But it turns out he wasn't. He really didn't have a plan or a trick up his sleeve. But The Borg Queen turns out she's fucking with him, because we soon realize that she's really quite happy with Data as her new mate.
I do not wish to go.
As you can see, I have already found an equal.
Okay. So why did we just go through that whole song and dance about Locutus then? Why didn't you just make him into a drone in the 10 or so opportunities you had already? Maybe she wanted to hurt Picard's feelings. Maybe she was testing Data. Although it's clear at this point she already trusts Data.
He will make an excellent drone.
And she really didn't have a plan for Picard to become her new mate.
Now enter the encryption codes and give me computer control.
So of course Data really doesn't have any intentions of being her Borg mate. He's really just fucking with her too. He's done this a lot of times before. Pretend to be the bad guy, and then he winks.
Praetor Shinson needs the prisoner.
So now Data's fucking with the Borg Queen. All of this is for no reason. I guess he was playing along all this time to gain her trust. But then why is there a force field up? So then for the benefit of the script, Data needlessly draws out his betrayal. You see, the instant he was able to go over and shut off the self-destruct, he could have ran over to that green thing and smashed it open, since he was right by it anyways.
Quantum torpedoes locked.
Destroy them.
But for no reason other than to create tension for the audience, he risks the future of humanity by firing quantum torpedoes at the Phoenix. Now, he intentionally set them to miss, of course, and I don't doubt Data's ability to calculate shit, but what if the Phoenix unexpectedly decreased their speed, or made a slight course correction? An awful big risk to take for, let's see, no reason? Then the green vampire gas floods the engine room. And the Queen has a moment or two to think.
That's one way to describe
Instead
it.
of making a beeline for the doors to get the fuck out of there, she succumbs to pointless emotional revenge and tries to pull Picard down with her. Bitch should have ran outside, locked the doors, and regrouped with some other Borgs. But instead she tries to kill Picard for no reason. So then they clear out all the gas. All the Borgs elsewhere on the ship magically die of lonely hearts, and then Picard, in a true dumb action hero moment, needlessly breaks the Borg Queen's spine when she no longer posed a threat. Probably would have been a good idea to bring the Borg Queen back to the 24th century and have Starfleet scientists study it, figure out how she could jump from dimension to dimension, Borg weaknesses, how they built a time travel device, what their next plans are. Oh, but it's probably smarter just to break it. You know, Picard should have said lights out before he did it. Or resistance is futile.
Resistance is futile.
Oh wait, Data said that.
Assimilate this.
They used all the good ones. What could Picard have said? Your reign is over, my queen. Yeah, that would have sucked.
So Skull comes in and says, I know I come off as an apologist for this film, but I have plenty of criticism as well. I just don't think it's the worst Star Trek film. Undiscovered Country, Nemesis, and Insurrection are way worse.
Okay, I agree that Nemesis and Insurrection are worse. Undiscovered Country.
Oh, fuck off with Undiscovered Country, bro. They had the space god.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that is the one where he says that why does God need a starship? Yeah, that's
Star Trek 5, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, the one where Kirk pretty much asked the guy, why does God need a starship? It's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like,
and I believe that's the one where Uhura is dancing naked on top of a sand dune.
Yes, in the desert. That's right. Uhura gets her sexy on. So, Charles, any changing opinion on Star Trek First Contact?
Oh my God, look! I mean, the amount of times that I have seen that movie, and every time I've enjoyed it more after watching that, I'm like, damn it! As much as I want to disagree with him, I'm like, he's got a point. He does. He's got a point. It's just there are flaws. There are a shit ton of
there's
flaws.
a shit ton of flaws after this video.
Oh yeah, there are. I had to agree with them on a lot of stuff. I had to. It's just holy shit, man. How did I not see it?
I mean, dude, Data jumping 100 feet down, that
Well,
should have been flaw one.
Look. That's not a flaw because since he's an android, he can actually survive that. Oh, you're talking about how that violates the temporal prime directive? Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a flaw.
This
Yeah.
whole movie violates the temporal prime directive. I mean,
Yes, it does.
They explained to the man, there's a statue of you right here. Like,
yeah, that always bugged me. Even in the times I've enjoyed the movie, I've always like looked at the TV screen and just yelled, go like, "What the fuck are you doing?" It's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm glad I was able to share that with you.
Yeah. That was funny. That was real funny. I'm gonna have to go back and watch more of his reviews.
I mean, Jesus, that was so digestible though, because it was only 10-minute videos, unlike the Star Wars ones. Them bitches are 30 minutes each one.
Yeah. The Star Wars ones are kind of long and convoluted, kind of. The Star Trek ones are boom, in and out. 3 Hail Marys and you're back on the street.
Yeah. But no, it's just like oh man, I cannot believe
$6 million Data.
Yeah. But oh man.
Crewman Daniels would shit.
I still
the temporal prime.
I still like First Contact, but now going back into that movie, I'm like, okay, so there's a problem with that. There's a problem with that, and
right.
that's a problem. It's just like,
you will not watch First Contact the same ever again.
No, when I first saw First Contact, I was like, oh, that's cool. They're gonna go do this. But yeah, no, I was all about this whole thing is violating the prime directive. Like it's we're going to violate the prime directive. Like no, like you violate if you're going I mean, and then of course there was go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I never would have expected Picard to be the one to violate the temporal prime directive or any prime directive. If anyone I would have expected to do something like that, it would have been Sisko.
Right.
Yeah.
That or even Riker. Even, Riker
even
would
Riker,
probably,
Yeah, even Riker. But, like going back slightly to like what Sisko is capable of. I once witnessed Sisko render an entire planet uninhabitable just so he could prove a point.
That's, being someone who's stubborn and stuck in their ways, I totally get it.
Yeah, but no, he did it because he did it because he was pissed off because someone he considered a friend violated his oath to the Federation and Starfleet. So like this person that was his former friend was like taking shelter on this planet, so he dropped a bomb on the planet that would destroy the entire planet's atmosphere, and everybody on the planet had to evacuate.
Yeah, Sisko is definitely a different beast. Yeah. And let's bring up this real quick before the Prime Directive has been violated more times than Justin Bieber at a P. Diddy party.
Oh.
Wow. But what's your opinion on Q?
My only interactions with Q would have to be what I witnessed of him in Deep Space Nine and his interactions with Janeway in Voyager. I am not familiar with what he did in Next Generation.
Yeah.
But and also his interactions with Picard in Star Trek Picard, but I'm not going to count that.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah. But in Deep Space Nine, I like what he did where he was doing that whole fisticuffs things with Sisko, and he was punching him, and then Sisko punched him, and Q was like, "You hit me. Picard never hit me," and Sisko said, I'm not Picard. And
Yeah.
I love that scene. That scene
Yeah.
is freaking awesome to me. And
Yeah,
then
well-
in Voyager, when he was interacting with Janeway, like he had this weird fascination with Janeway where he was trying to like woo her and court her. And I thought that was kind of funny and a little weird, but kind of funny.
Yeah, he with Janeway, I think he saw Janeway more of as not subordinate, but yeah, more of a, you know, someone who, you know, who he could, you know, he could have like a soul, you know, he wanted, you know, Picard, he saw Picard as a really smart pet.
Okay.
Yeah, he respected Picard, but at the same time, he realized that he was still a superior being. He was actually in the very first, the first episode of Star Trek: Next Generation, and then there was the episode. The fuck was it called? Was it Q Who, where he loses all his powers, and that, you know, he loses his Q powers, and you know, he's a human, and he was in the brig, and he's like, yeah, I couldn't. My whole body just shut down. I didn't realize I couldn't even do anything. Picard goes, yeah, you fell asleep. And then Q was like, how awful. But at the end of the episode, Corbin Burnson gives him his Q powers back.
But I don't know. I'll go back to Next Generation at some point. I mean,
Yeah, that Encounter at Farpoint, that was the first episode. I liked Encounter at Farpoint. Nobody, like, people don't like that one. I dig the shit out of that one.
Yeah. I do know that in Next Generation, it takes a bit to get into it. I know, like the first couple of seasons or the first 3 seasons, it's not that great. It doesn't get good until like season 3 or season 4.
Yeah, that's because the first season and first season and a half, those were leftover scripts from the original series.
Okay.
That's why you had like the you know, the pigmen and Napoleon, you know, Napoleon army uniforms. You had the one where they went to like the Wakanda African planet, and the fuck, Denise Richards. What the fuck is her name? Not Denise Richards.
Tasha Yar.
Tasha Yar, son of a bitch. Yeah, she was you know, she was fighting with the thing on her, you know, climbing on a jungle gym. Yeah, the first season, watch Encounter at Farpoint so you get, you know, into the gist of Next Generation, but then you can totally skip pretty much every episode of the first season. Just go right to season 3. Season 3 is when it gets good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and he does a review on all the Star Trek movies, so of the Next Generation movies. But yeah, it's
he doesn't do the TOS movies?
No, because he likes those. he enjoys those.
All right, so he only does reviews of movies that he doesn't like.
Yeah, and he also does a review on Titanic the same way.
Really?
He does yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, that I understand, because Titanic is fucking dumb.
He does a review on the movie Baby's Day Out.
Wait, didn't he mention that at the beginning of this review?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one is hilarious. Maybe we'll look at that one. But yeah, I'm glad I was able to introduce you to the phenomenon that is Mr. Plinkett.
Yeah, that was entertaining. That was great.
It was something.
Yeah.
We got anything else to talk about, or we I mean, I got nothing to do. If we just want to hang out and look at some stuff.
What else is there?
I don't know.
What other Star Trek movies does he go into after that one?
He goes into all of them, actually. Let me pull it back
all of the Deep Space Nine, all
the Next Generation ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, Friday we're doing. Hopefully, Nimrod watches Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Nimrod. Are you going to?
Puppet's so busy.
Yeah, no, and I get that. I get that.
I watched that, by the way. I watched Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Did you like it?
It was it was average. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you're not busy, you can come join us for the review.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'd love to have you. You are a perfect addition to Warp Speed.
So Skull says, "Let's talk Fear and Loathing on the campaign trail."
Yes. Yes. Are you familiar with one presidential candidate, Joseph Samuel Catalano, the 111th?
No, he's not.
Yeah, I'm not.
Charles is not a Dabbleverse participant.
Yeah, I'm not a part of that. Yeah,
he doesn't want to be a part of that. He was skeptical about doing this show.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. This is definitely not. Yeah, this is. Yeah,
these are Dabbleverse participants, but this is the nerdy side of them.
Yeah, these are. Yeah. You know, we'll invite people in the Dabbleverse, but we really don't get into it. You know, this is nerd shit. This is.
We try to leave the Warp Speed to the nerds.
Yeah,
have the nerd funds and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I'm not involved in any of that. I prefer to stay out of it.
Good.
We've got the Belly Bros and all the other shows we do for all that Joey C content.
Oh, I did want to show you this.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can't talk Dexter because Cupcake don't watch Dexter.
Yeah,
unless you can come over for 5 minutes, Nimrod.
Yeah, right.
And join the
did you guys know about this?
No.
No. Wait a minute. She looks familiar. Where is she from?
She does.
She's Dee from What's Happening.
Wait,
the little
she was in
sister.
something else as an adult, wasn't she?
I don't think so.
Danielle Spencer. I'm gonna look her up.
Yeah. Did you guys ever watch What's Happening?
Yes, I did watch What's Happening.
Yeah, that.
Nimrod said jail. And no, School, I don't watch King of the Hill.
She died at the age of 60.
Yeah, I know, dude. That fucks me up, man. Like
that's about the norm now.
Oh, that's
okay.
That means I got 10 years left, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, she didn't really do a whole lot. Like she was only in What's Happening. She was in the Brady Bunch Hour, Special Treat, What's Happening Now, and then Days of Our Lives. Days of Our Lives was her most recent thing, which was in 2001.
Yeah, no, that I was a big fan of What's Happening. I did like Fred Bear, it was just a good show. Hey. And then you got
Days of Our Lives. Not Days of Our Lives. What's Happening is before my time.
Yeah, way before Charles's time.
Yeah. No, it was just a black centric sitcom about three friends. And that was his sister, and then it was just a funny show. Funny show.
Yeah, well, I could.
They did drop. They did drop today a trailer for Charlie Sheen's documentary on Netflix.
They're doing another one.
I never knew they did a first one.
They did, where they were talking about. I think it was like an interview thing where they were interviewing him, and he talked about fucking winning all the time and Tiger Blood and all that stupid shit.
Oh well, no, this one I think it's on Netflix, and he's involved with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so he's involved with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so it's going to all that stuff that I talked about before. It's no, I was too heavily into cocaine at the time.
Okay, so what is the name of this documentary?
Charlie Sheen.
Oh, it's just called Charlie Sheen.
Just Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, there's been like a a series of documentaries that's been happening that were like the title of the documentary is
It's called AKA Charlie Sheen.
well, no, like the documentaries are called Trainwreck, followed by something else. Like there's Trainwreck Area 51, Trainwreck Poop Cruise. They should call it Trainwreck Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, yes.
Yeah.
But if he's involved with it, I'm sure he doesn't want his
Oh
name
no,
associated with it.
he seems to be a no holds barred type documentary, just letting it all out.
Really?
From the
And
trailer
they
that I
should
watched,
really
yeah.
call it Trainwreck Charlie Sheen. Because he is a train wreck.
Right.
You just can't help but you can't help
If
but
it's a
not look
Netflix
away.
adaptation, it will be Afro Sheen.
Right. Right. Yeah, Netflix. I don't know why they do that.
Oh no, that reminds me of something. It's like an old woman is being interviewed and she says, "I don't care what they tell you in school, but Charlie Sheen was black."
Right. Oh my God. Dude. That whole Cleopatra, like,
Yeah. That I just like. I mean, when that old woman said that her grandmother had told her that, I was like, really? Okay, so what is
Yeah.
your grandmother's credentials?
right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And she said, I avoided Cleopatra. I wanted to, what, she was taller than me. She was Greek. Like,
yeah.
So I do have a question for you, Cupcake.
What's up?
I got Naked Gun. You want to watch it?
The new one? I do. I again, this is I have a chip on my shoulder about it, but from what I've seen in the trailers, what I've seen, it does look like it may be pretty good. But if I'm not mistaken, the Zucker brothers and Abrams are not a part of this movie.
Yeah.
The guys who did the original Naked Gun.
So I will upload it right now.
Muchos thank yous. Yeah, I mean, he was a
It's also
partier.
got it's also got the new Smurf movie in there.
Wait, they did another one?
Yeah.
I'm straight on the Smurf movie.
Well, that's in there for someone else.
Yeah.
You're not the only one I share that link to. Yeah, it's uploading now, so it'll be available in about 2 hours.
Right on. Yeah, send it. I'll watch it.
Yeah. Well, you got Skull saying, Charlie Sheen smoked crack and got AIDS, so what the fuck?
Yeah, no, he I wonder how he got AIDS.
Sticking his dick in someone's ass?
No, I think he might have gotten it from all the drugs that he did.
What, sharing of needles?
Possibly.
I don't care. Not my problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it's it's more gross.
Well, I don't think he got
than
AIDS. He's got HIV, and since he's well rich, he's probably found the cure and is well taken care of. Kind of like Magic Johnson.
Kind of like Magic, yeah.
Yeah, like the South Park episode where he found the cure to AIDS is like sleeping on piles and piles
Of money.
Yeah.
Oh shit! What else? What other news is out there?
Friday
will, for those who didn't make it to the movie theaters to see Superman, you can watch it at home.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep, it's coming to streaming soon. Not like part of like a subscription. You still have to rent it or buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what's annoying me right now, though, because I've been wanting to watch F1. F1 came out way before fucking Superman, and yet they haven't released it on home video. Apple is being a bitch.
Is that new Brad Pitt movie, the racing movie?
Yeah, which I'm really looking forward to watching. I discovered a newfound fascination with racing movies ever since that Gran Turismo movie came out.
Oh, how was that?
Yeah,
it was actually, for being a video game movie, it was one of the better ones ever made.
Yeah, because I liked the game Gran Turismo. I mean, it was fun, making your car and doing all.
Yeah.
I did like Gran Turismo as a game.
Yeah, but the Gran Turismo movie was a lot more entertaining than I thought it would be.
The way they incorporated the game and the driving, like the kid, he was the gamer.
Okay.
And he incorporated his skills from the game onto the track by driving, by doing things he did in the game. So they kind of blended the two, and it was done very well.
And the story of the movie is based off of a true story.
Really?
Because
the kid who actually won the contest.
The movie focuses on a kid named Jan Martinborough, and what he does is he enters a competition for Gran Turismo, which if you win the competition, you have the chance to drive actual race cars that is sponsored by the Gran Turismo video game.
And that's in real life. That was
it actually happened in real life.
Okay.
And the kid won the competition in real life and managed to race while being sponsored by Gran Turismo.
Like in an actual race, or just a car around the track?
He raced in real life, and he I don't want to spoil what actually happened because you want to see the movie, but he did race actual race cars, and I think he still races to this day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Actually,
I thought it was on Netflix, but it's not.
No, it got pulled from Netflix like a month ago.
Oh, okay, because it was on Netflix for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what was the reality show called, Skull? Apparently, it says there was a reality show based on that kid.
I
that's
didn't
really cool,
know
actually.
it was a reality show, but yeah. The kid was from some town in the UK. I thought the story was fascinating. I didn't even know it was based off of a true story until I looked further into it. And I thought the story was amazing.
No, that's pretty badass.
Sony did was they held a competition. I think it's like the best 10 drivers in the game.
Yeah.
Got a shot to become an actual race car driver.
Yeah, let me know on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's basically the premise of the movie.
Yep.
The kid uses his knowledge of the game on the actual track, and it works for him.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So,
but I definitely recommend that you check it out because it was
a good movie.
It was a really well done movie.
All right. I will definitely do that.
Yeah.
All right, we've been on for about an hour and a half. We got some stuff taken care of. We introduced somebody to Plinkt Reviews, and
I learned some things about my favorite Star Trek movie that I never thought I would ever learn. So now, even though I saw the movie when I was already into adulthood, childhood ruined. Or should I say adulthood ruined? I don't know.
Oh, what makes the Plinkets fun though? Like I can't argue his Star Trek shit because I never watched none of the series really, with the exception of what they've done now.
Yeah.
But it's like when me and Nimrod go back, like, well, they kind of fixed that with this and that with this on the Star Wars side.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, no, that don't count because this fucking shit wasn't out when it came out.
Yeah, no, that's no, you can't, and that's retconning, dude. I can't stand that. I can't stand that.
I don't call it retconning. I call it adding on. Something Star Trek should learn how to do.
Yeah.
What?
I think.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Man.
Oh man! What are we gonna do? Jurassic World.
Wait, which one?
The last one that just came out.
Oh,
Dominion.
Rebirth?
Yeah.
Or Rebirth.
Yeah.
It's in the drive. I know.
I saw that. I don't know. I just
love dinosaurs.
I do, but I just feel like Scarlett Johansson is going to have you know, we can't repel girl bossery of this magnitude. I just think that's.
I heard she was not the worst part of the movie.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about, though. Like, it's just.
And I don't, from what I gathered, they didn't really do girl bossiness too much. But I haven't seen it, so I can't say.
All I know about Rebirth is that it was doing better than Superman and Fantastic Four.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's made over 800 million.
Yeah, I mean that's due to superhero fatigue. I will say that.
Yeah.
I will say that with
and people like dinosaurs.
Extreme prejudice. Yeah, people do like dinosaurs.
You would think this movie would have failed, but no. Yeah. I don't think it'll crack 1 billion, but it's still doing well. And then
Isn't
you got
fucked up that movies have to make $1 billion for them to be considered like, you know, let's just make good movies. Who cares how much they make? Let's make movies with a good
disagree
story.
with you. I don't disagree with you. At this point nowadays, you need to adjust for, if your movie makes $1 billion, great. If it doesn't, shoot for the moon. Keep the budgets in line so where you're not losing if you lose.
Movies are just too expensive now.
Well, that's why these horror movies are doing so well, because you've got a $10 million budget, you know, and then
according to
exactly.
Deadpool, CGI is expensive.
Yeah, and it's gotten to the point where our practical effects are they going to be less expensive than CG? Well, I would much rather see practical effects.
Well, I mean, back in the day, practical effects was actually the expensive option, and now it's kind of shifted.
Yeah,
CGI is actually the more expensive option, and practical is actually the cheaper option now.
Right.
Yeah.
And another thing about practical effects, like that was part of the fun of a movie like Star Wars, for example, where where they did the behind the scenes documentaries, and you could see, see this little ass model. You know, now anything behind the scenes would be 50 people behind a computer.
Yeah.
Well, Mandalorian movie, according to Jon Favreau, he took it back to the practicality.
Oh, so they're going to be utilizing practical effects.
Yeah.
I have
Granted, you'll still have your CGI, some of your CGI scenes, but the majority was practical.
Okay, so I only have one thing to say to that. I'll believe it when I see it.
Right. After the 3rd season of Mandalorian, it just went so bad. Yep. I liked the first season where it was more like Star Trek: The Next Generation, where you had these little episodes. They weren't connected by any way. It wasn't some big huge story arc that each episode. No, it was a guy, his little alien friend, and they went on fun little adventures.
Yeah,
that was perfect. That was perfect. That's all I ever asked for in Star Wars. You get action, sci-fi, lasers, and then a little bit of the Force thanks to Grogu. Sorry, Libraction. Actually, I left Libraction at the house. He's gonna be pissed when I get home.
Oh, you didn't
That's
bring
right, motherfucker. You left me at home, bitch.
Oh, you didn't bring your puppet.
No, I forgot him. I was like 2 hours away from the house, and I'm looking at my computer bag, and he normally just sits right on top, and I'm like, fuck, I left him at the house.
Yeah, you left me at home all alone, you big fat tubby bitch. I'm gonna kick your fat ass when you get back.
Oh shit! Whenever you get back.
Yeah. Well, it'll actually be pretty soon. I do need to go back. The last time I was home, it was just I had a run to Chicago, and then but I'm gonna need an oil change pretty soon. The next week or so. So I should be home.
You just did one
a month ago.
God, how often did that truck need a fucking oil change?
10,000 miles, baby.
Your last few rides, you hit that quick.
Yeah, no, dude, I drive about 10,000 miles a month, man. Many miles under this big fat ass I got here.
God damn. But Nimrod says the last two Jurassic World movies were tough watches. I hope this one's better.
I did like the first Jurassic World one where it was actually a theme park, where it was John Hammond's like vision of what it should be. And then I thought it was fucked up. Just fucked up. Just fucked up. When the babysitter of the two boys, she gets like tossed around by the pterodactyl and they rip her in two. Like, holy fuck! What the hell?
They didn't rip her in two. They carried her over like the enclosure of the giant like dinosaur alligator, and then she gets carried by the pterodactyl, and then the alligator dinosaur thing comes up and like chomps down on her and the pterodactyl,
Yes.
and she gets eaten, but she
Yeah.
doesn't get ripped in two.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. But
Well, at least we got that scene. It's kind of like the fucking in the first Jurassic Park movie where the guy's hiding in the toilet bowl and gets eaten that way.
Oh no,
Right.
that one is infinitely more graphic.
Yeah. Right.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Okay, we got that.
I remember with the first Jurassic Park movie, I'd read the book for a book report in school or something. I was in high school.
Yeah.
And then about a year later, it was the movie came out, and that was the first time I had ever read the book before the movie, before the movie came out, and I was like, oh, that's where I got that's where I got my snobbishness. Where that didn't happen in the book, that didn't happen in the book. So that's another reason why I moves with 2K. Like whatever we do, like I'm dreading. We're doing Puppet Master this Sunday, but the following Sunday we're going to be doing American Psycho, and I love that movie, and I the book is great. And again, like Starship Troopers, I'm going to be biting my tongue and saying my catchphrase for movies with 2K. That didn't happen in the book. The book was different. And I get
Darth Deadpool. Of course you did.
Yeah, that's
that was me yesterday when we were doing the special project that we're assigned to Cupcake.
Yes.
Like we were talking a little bit, even though we didn't. We postponed it till tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we were having a little conversation, and I was like, Spurg asked a question. I'm like, yeah, I'm not sure who the fuck that was, because I just rewatched this episode and I didn't figure it out.
Oh, there's a show?
Yes. They did 3 seasons and then it got canceled.
Oh, I don't want to watch it. I mean, if it got canceled after 3 seasons,
it's a very expensive show.
Wait,
really?
what show is this?
I'll tell you off air.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it for anyone.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
But yeah, it was. I'm very intrigued. So hopefully everything works out tomorrow, and we can pump out quite a few of these, because it's a daunting book series as far as volume. But I'm very curious to find out what really happens, because God damn it, they canceled the show.
Yeah, no, I'm for our little assignment, I'm in. I'm all in. I mean the prologue after that, I'm in. I'm all in. So I'm excited.
I had to stop after I finished chapter 2 because I would have kept going.
Oh my God, I tried so hard to stop. It was so hard to not. I was like, ah! So I had to stop it as well.
Because you don't want to get, like we were discussing, like you don't want to get too far ahead and spoil something.
Right.
It was one of those. We were discussing that yesterday because, bro, like, found out, man, Pineapple was also into The Wire. Like, dude,
really?
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Kind of want to do a show about that. A rewatch.
Yeah, that's a show I have never watched.
Yeah, I never watched it either.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched it a few years back. With the exception of the beepers, story-wise, it held up great.
Wait, the beepers?
Yes.
I have. Is that like a reference to something that's happening in The Wire?
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta understand, Charles, we're in a cell phone evolution phase now. When this
Oh,
show came out,
You're talking about literal beepers. Okay.
yes,
Yes,
beepers, pagers,
I know what beepers are. Yeah.
payphones.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I thought it was a reference to something else. Yeah. Me making myself look like a dumbass, okay?
No, you're making me feel old as fuck. I know what. Yes, I'm familiar with that old archaic technology, the beeper. Bro, that's like you had codes and beepers. Like when I was calling my weed guy, 420 911. Like that.
And they use codes in this. Oh, man. So, any of you ever watched the series Space Above and Beyond? Short-lived show on Fox back in the 90s. I do not recall that.
I remember.
That
it sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Deadpool, is that related to the Telegraph?
Yes, beepers are related to the Telegraph.
Deadpool comes from the age of they used to send telegrams, actual notes to people through the mail.
Right.
Had to pick up the phone.
I'm coming for a visit. Stop. Make sure you have my room ready. Stop.
I'll be there in 3 weeks. They get it a week later.
Right. I never really understood how telegrams worked. With the stop. Like I never got that.
It was brilliant, but too expensive for them to keep producing. Probably if it was back in the 90s.
Space Above and Beyond. Was it like a documentary type show, or was it like a fictional show?
It was a science fiction show.
Oh, okay. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I guess we could wrap it here.
Yeah. You got any plugs there, Charles?
No, don't got any plugs.
All right. You can check out Belly Bros with me, Lou, and Kahuna, and sometimes 2K on this very channel right here on Sundays, 9 or 10 o'clock Eastern, whenever I get the whatever.
I think 11 is the best time.
Is it, you think?
I think so. For me personally, 11 works the best.
Oh,
I also understand.
I didn't know this was the Lou channel where so because Cupcake's Corner with American Cupcake is now Lou's channel, we'll be doing Belly Bros at 11.
It kind of works better for you too, in a sense, if you wake up late.
Yeah, I don't think it's mainly when I'm home.
You become a weekend lush,
dude. Thanks, Joey. Yeah, but I every time I'm home on a Sunday,
says 10 a.m. is better for him. I'm cool with 10
no, that's
too.
That's 11 o'clock for you because he's in the Central Time Zone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. So 11 o'clock Eastern for Belly Bros. Big episode. Big, exciting episode. I will give you a
oh, he said 10 a.m. Eastern.
Oh, well, okay. Well, 10 a.m. Eastern. All right, then.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with 10 a.m. Eastern, too. Cupcake Corner with Lou the Monster.
Lou the Monster, yes.
That's right, Deadpool. That's right.
But we have been doing sovereign citizens and people, just being dickheads to cops.
Not the one that you posted into Twitter, bro. Not that one. That one's gonna. That video there was very annoying. I didn't even watch it.
No. We'll talk. We can talk about that one, but that one was fucked. When I saw the title of that video, I thought it would be something else. I didn't realize what it was gonna like.
I didn't even watch the video. I clicked the link, and once I saw what it was, I was like, "Yeah, I'm not even watching this because I shit you not." the wife came into the room, she watched that video or something about it. Like one of her bloggers talked about it.
Oh, okay.
And she came in. She was. It hit a nerve because our grandson
for sure.
And it was just like, yeah, no, I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole because I thought get so angry.
Yeah, I thought it was something different. I didn't know that was the subject of that video. And dude,
it takes you down. Even Kahuna was like, it was bad.
It was way bad, dude. I may just link to it, and we may just mention it and talk about it for a little bit and link to the video if people want to watch it. But holy fuck!
If you're a parent, you would understand why that one was like, oh hell no.
Right. Oh. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to talk about. I mean, we'll discuss it. We'll discuss it. We won't watch the video, but the video we are going to watch is quite the opposite of what we normally do, where it's people being dickheads to cops. In this video, the cops fucked up.
Oh,
fucked up.
Chicks love true crime.
Fucked up. Yeah.
How many different ways you want to say fucked up?
Bro, there are just tune into Belly Bros this Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern, and then we can see the many ways that these police officers fucked up. Fucked up. That's all I'm going to say. Tune into Belly Bros.
Cool.
This Sunday at 10 Eastern. And on that note, anybody else got anything?
I'm not saying shit because I already know what you're going to do.
I wasn't going to do it, dude. I still wasn't going to do it.
Tomorrow we got Space Donkeys at some point of the day.
All right.
And don't forget to tune in tonight to Nimrod and Jibs for Liberal Karens Gone Wild.
That's right.
They might have a special guest.
Yeah. If I'm not on the road, I will try to be part of that. Normally, it's hard for me to do shows during the week at night because I normally am driving. Yeah, like morning times are fine. But on that note, we will catch everybody later. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Reviews and stories all the